Hi guys.
Hi.
So we're here in Birmingham Town Library. You might be able to tell by this here. We're just in some like random area. But I brought my special guest, Tia Rodrigues, and I'm actually just coming just to give her a quick interview, just to see how she's found her Christian life.
Okay, so my name is Tia Rodrigues. I'm 22 years old. I'm a youth leader at the Rock Church. I got saved when I was 17 and then I got baptised when I was 21.
Congratulations. Congratulations. How have you found being a Christian in this day and age?
I think not just only for me, for like other young people as well. It's quite hard because there are a lot of temptations and you have to be grounded with your faith, with your relationship with Christ, and also have God-fearing people around you as well. That also helps because then you have that accountability for yourself and also for them as well. So as they pour into you, you then are able to pour back into them. Amen. And then pour into other people. So it's not the most easiest thing, but in the Bible it says that we have to endure the sufferings. Like, being a Christian isn't going to be easy because we're fighting against a lot of things in our day-to-day life, but as long as you have, as I said, that foundation with Christ and you give everything to God and don't try and take anything on for yourself, then it makes it easier. The hardest thing that I have to deal with is obedience.
Okay.
And trusting God. That's something that recently I've definitely had to kind of learn and relearn and apply daily, because it's sometimes we say that we trust God, but when things happen it's like you don't really trust God. You have a relationship with God and you love God, yes, but you have to build up that trust and God will test you, and that's what will strengthen you. I've always grown up in church, so I've always known that God was real. So even if I wasn't actively in it, God would be always my first point of call, and I'd pray to God or ask God to help me in certain situations. As I said, I got saved when I was 17, but after that I kind of didn't pursue that relationship, so I kind of like stepped back away from going to church, stepped back from doing what I should be doing basically, and stepped into doing what I wanted to do. So I'd go out, I'd be around the people that I knew weren't good for me. I'd be drinking, smoking, things like that, and then it was just it was me, to be fair. It was the conviction of my heart, because as I said, I accepted Christ into my life, and it was the case where my excuse for not getting baptized was, well, I don't really know God, I need to know God more. And I would say it, but I wouldn't be trying to pursue that relationship. Yeah. So it was like, okay then, Tia, so I think it was like 2013, I was like, Tia, 2014, you need to pick, are you in church, are you out of church, are you for God, are you against God? Like, it's one or the other, pick one and stick with it. And like, I knew in 2014 that I was going to get baptized, and I think it was like the week before I got baptized, and then he got hit by a car. And it was just so surreal, because I was like, up until that point I was like, okay, what's my testimony, what's the testimony that I'm going to give? And then when that happened, I was like, you can't be lukewarm. You have to take this serious, because you don't know when tomorrow is your last day or today is your last day. You don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. So I was kind of contemplating. I was like, imagine if I did get hit, and like God just kind of just revealed all the times where He's protected me and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Yeah.
Do you think since you've been saved, have your surrounding of people changed, or is it the same? And if it's changed, then how has it changed? Has it been an advantage, disadvantage? Was it an emotional thing? Just tell me how it went.
So I'm not the type of person that has a lot of friends around me, so I've always had like a small handful of people around me, but as I was walking towards Christ, I knew that certain people around me, they couldn't be around me. And obviously you have that relationship with them, do you know what I mean? You like grew up with them for many years, you've always been around them, so to kind of step away from them people is hard. So one of my prayers was like, Lord, I need you to do it, because I don't want to end up hurting that person and affecting that person, and then thinking, oh wow, that's what Christians are like, as soon as they meet Christ, just move away from you or anything like that, which isn't the case. So I was just like, Lord, I need you to kind of order my life and the people that I need around me, place them in my life, and the people that I don't need around me. Remove them from my life. And it was a hard process, and God did that basically, and He has surrounded me by God around. He has surrounded me.
Yeah.
Surrounded me.
Yeah. With.
God-fearing people like yourself. Do you know what I mean? And don't get gas. Yeah, because if you think about it, our relationship formed out of God. God is the center of our relationship. The first time we actually had like a proper conversation. Do you know what I mean? And it's a spiritual connection. So as I pour into you, you pour into me, and we have that type of relationship where we're each other's building blocks instead of stumbling blocks. So if you're doing something, I'll be like, a down. You know.
It's 2016. It's a new year, fresh start. Have you got any goals for the year? Care to share?
Okay, so my main goal is to develop my spiritual relationship with Christ. So it's to get deeper. God's been just revealing that there's a lot of things within, not only just myself, but a lot of Christians where they accept Christ, they get active in the church ministry and stuff like that, and they don't actually deal with a lot of things that they have to deal with that are deep within, that actually affect your relationship with Christ and affect your relationship with other people. Like, we all have a calling on our lives, and certain things from our past will hinder us if we don't allow God to actually deal with them and take them out. And it's kind of like it's gonna sound really weird. It's kind of like, you know, when you clean a chicken, like a whole chicken, and you have to like get all the unk and disgustingness from inside of it, and you wash it, and then it's ready to be prepared. You know what I mean? But some people don't do that. They don't get all the gunk out. They just put it in the oven. And that's nasty. So we need to kind of get all the gunk out and allow it, and that's the key thing. Actually allow Christ to heal us from the inside out, and not put up this pretense that everything's okay, and being honest. One of the main things that I want to do this year is, like, so if someone offends me, I want to, like, you know what, I didn't like it when you did that, but do it out of love. Because I'm the type of person, how do I do it, because like sometimes I say certain things and people take it in the opposite way or something, because I have no control of my facial expression.
She don't.
So that's something, because I know, like, it will build up, and I'll be like, you know what, I don't want to be around you. You know,
no manners.
No, but that's
no.
So it's like knowing yourself and knowing what areas God has to actually work on, and allowing that to actually happen.
That makes sense. That does make sense. And then, do you know, as you were talking about the chicken as well, like a couple of months ago, a couple of weeks ago, I actually had an analogy about a chicken. It's about cooking a chicken. So after you prepared it and whatnot, so let's just say the preparing is kind of like you going up to the altar, getting saved and whatnot. Now you're ready to kind of be prepared for your purpose. So you get put into the oven, and that's you getting tested by the fire. So it's there, like, you're gonna have to go through things, you're gonna have to be tested by the fire, but this fire isn't to destroy you, but this fire is to prepare you to get ready for your ministry. And if you're taken out and put out there too early, you're gonna poison people. Do you know what I mean? Because you're gonna get food poisoning. Ain't nobody want no raw chicken. And then so God was just saying His timing is perfect, because when you're ready to come out. And then at the same time, some people are actually ready, but they're still in the oven. If you stay in the oven for too long, you're going to get burnt. And then when you get burnt, you're no longer good for consumption. Imagine living your whole life not fulfilling the purpose that God had for you, and then you become too old or too ill to be able to fulfill that purpose. That is when you become burnt. So there's different stages. God's timing is perfect. And then, like you said, with the obedience, just be obedient to God when you're being called to your purpose.
Two things that came to my mind when you were saying what you were saying is, obviously when you come out the oven, people then eat from you, so that's your fruit, if you like, that's definitely. You then pouring back into people.
Definitely.
And then the other thing was, even though you might stay in the oven too long, there's still parts of you that God can still use you. So you know when the chicken gets burnt and you take off the skin, and you start eating it and it still tastes good, you still can be used. Do you know what I mean? There's still hope. Like, just because you've delayed certain things doesn't mean that your destiny is over. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't mean God's like, you know what, forget it. Forget it. I don't even want you anymore.
Deserve it.
Do you know what I mean? Because God's love is just, there's no word for it. It's just so unconditional. It's so beautiful that no matter what we actually do, we can't actually hinder our relationship. Because God will always love us. He's always ready to help us and be there for us.
Definitely.
Like one of the things that God always shows me is with my sat nav, like you put in the destination where you want to go. And sometimes you think you know better than the sat nav, so you're like, nah, it's a quicker way to go this way, and then you add time onto it. Or sometimes when you put in your destination and it says it's going to take 15 minutes and you drive in, and if you drive fast like I do, then when you get to a certain point, when you actually get to your destinations, it's before the 15 minutes. And it's like just understanding that God has your life, your destiny, your purpose, everything in control. God knows more than we know, even though we sometimes think we know everything. We realistically don't, because God knows 5 minutes from here, 5 years from right here, right now. Do you know what I mean? And I think one of the things is that we've just gotta be patient within our tests and our trials.
Definitely.
We have to know that God wants the best for us, and sometimes we have to go through things that are going to be painful in order to come out nice and brown and lovely and golden. Yes. Do you know what I mean? Like, as I was saying, there's a lot of things that need to be gutted out of us from the inside, and it's not going to be easy. It sounds it sounds a bit yucky, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, definitely.
But we have to understand that with pain, there's purpose behind it, and there's so much more beautiful things that God has in store for us.
Definitely.
I would just say that just include God in every step of your life, whether it's decisions, whether it's anything. Just make sure you keep including God. And the most important thing is dying to self, and we say it all the time, but it's not as easy as the words just come out. It actually is them times when you're like, why am I going for this, man? Like, why me? And it's like, because you have to die to yourself. And dying to yourself means picking up a cross. Do you know what I mean? And I read something in a book that says, when it actually says dying to yourself, you actually have to die to yourself. Not you, but your flesh has to die. So it's a painful experience. And in the book it was talking about the devil wants to kill you, but God wants to kill you as well. And I read it, was like, say what? And it's like, but the devil wants to kill your soul and kill you as a person, but God wants to kill your flesh, so your spirit is able to live and do all the things that God has created you to do. So just allow God to do what he needs to do.
Amen. Anyway, Tia, thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciated your wise words and and the encouragement that you've given to people. Okay guys, so like, subscribe, share, and I hope you've just been blessed by this, and feel free to leave comments and whatnot, what you'd want out of future videos and whatnot, and let me know if you also want to be a part of this, and if you want to join me on the couch, on the bench. It's not always in the library, we just needed a spot. I'm on my lunch break, you gotta sacrifice some time. But my girl made it up here. She made it up here. But thank you. Bye.